Buddy, welcome to another video from the picnic table. Maybe that's what I should start calling this. Instead of Let's Talk Real Estate, maybe I should say they're videos from the picnic table. I don't know. Today's video, real estate related? Kinda, yeah. A little different subject. All right, we're gonna talk about these. Kind of looks like a toy. It's not, right? Especially when you fold it out. You're kind of like, okay, now I get it. I see where he's going, right? These. Very fortunately, I was able to, I saw a post from a person in the real estate profession, and he was taking some pictures. I sent him a message real quick and said, hey, before you do this, maybe you need to give me a call. Let me set you straight on a couple of things. Because I really don't like it when people get in trouble. And the FAA has made it really crystal clear that 2026 they're going to start cracking down on drone pilots because there's a lot of stupid drone pilots out there. And there's a lot of people flying illegally. So let me just cover a few basics real quick. Just a few basics, right? Part 107. That's what you have to fly legally. Now, a lot of people are going to say, this is a mini. It's under 250 grams. I don't need a license to fly this. It's not a license, it's a certification. I don't need a certification to fly this. It's under 250 grams. That's partially correct and partially incorrect. Because any drone that is used for a commercial purpose has to be registered with the FAA. It's $5 to register it. $5, and it lasts for 3 years, right? You can get these pretty stickers and put them on there, but it has to be identified. It's got to be on the drone itself, right? And it's got to be emitting an RFID, right? I don't want to get too far in the weeds with that. To fly without a Part 107, you can only do recreational flying. What defines recreational flying? You have zero purpose in your flight. None. You literally took off and you're just, you got controller in hand and you're just kind of doing this. You have zero purpose. That's what the FAA says. The minute you put a purpose to your flight, any purpose to your flight, it can now be deemed commercial. Let me give you an example that I learned when I went to school. I am an FAA certified drone pilot. I use Pilot Institute for my credentials. I passed my test on the first go around with a 90. I'm not bragging. I'm saying that's the school to go to. I love those folks. The knowledge base they gave me was amazing, and I'll put a link in the description. Right? Here's a very common example. Pastor says, "Hey, we had some stuff done to the church. I know you got a drone. Can you fly some pictures for me? Can you fly some pictures for me?" Sure, no problem. I fly a few pictures. I give them to the pastor. He puts them on a flyer, and he just distributes them to the people that are the parishioners, and to kind of share knowledge. No remuneration. That's the fancy way of saying you didn't get paid. Guess what? In the FAA's eyes, I'm wrong. Especially if I did it without Part 107. Right? Doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's not my definitions. These are definitions put out by the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration. The only way to fly recreationally is to have no purpose to your flight. None. Zero. There's no such thing as a quote-unquote personal flight. That really doesn't exist. Flying recreationally, no purpose. Anytime you put a purpose to a mission to your flight, no, don't go there, right? The other thing you have to have, if you're going to be flying recreationally, you're flying under what's known as the exemption, 44809. Right? That's the exemption that lets you fly in a limited capacity in a recreational status. You need a trust certificate, capital TRUST, right? Trust certificate. You can get them online all over the place for free. They're usually put out by schools. I believe it's still 30 questions. I didn't pay for mine. Did mine through Pilot Institute. That's where I got started. And you have to have your trust certificate on you when you fly. Yes, you do. Right? Is anybody going to know? Does your average law enforcement officer know that all these rules? Probably not. Right? And let me tell you, I created my own binder, my own folder. It's about that thick. It's got the federal regulations in it. It's got state regulations in it. It's got a bunch of definitions in it. So that if anyone ever was to come to me and say, hey, I don't think you're doing this right. Well, kind of, I think I am. So, and here's where I can back it up. So, a few things to think about. You can still buy DJI drones. Contrary to this whole thing about DJI is banned. Technically, it is. December 2025 forward, any of their new products are banned. I will tell you my personal opinion, if you compare the DJI products to the other products that are out there, and they're not the only company that's banned, there's 2 other companies that are also banned, right? So they do have the state-of-the-art product. When they put that ban in place, they affected 6,000 agencies across the country that use drones for search and rescue, by law enforcement, by firefighters, for a bunch of different reasons, forestry, medical. They affected 6,000 agencies, right? That was kind of stupid, especially since they say they're spying on us. They don't need to spy on us, folks. 92% of America puts all their information on social media freely. So there's really no need to spy on anybody. Not to mention, I have asked 2 or 3 people, higher-ranking people, government-type people, tell me what it's transmitting. You know how many answers I've got back? 0. None. None of them know. Okay. So, get your trust certificate. It's free online. It's like 30 questions. Go to Pilot Institute. I love them. That school is amazing. Yes, it's a shameless plug for them. If you're a realtor, you can't fly your own drone pictures under the auspice of your real estate license. It doesn't work like that. All right? If you're a home inspector, you need a Part 107. You can't fly under the auspice of your home inspector license. If you are a photographer, you still need a Part 107, and I've heard this one before too. Well, the guy that owns the company, he has a Part 107 and we fly under him. No, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Now, you want to go ahead and challenge the system? What's everybody say? Oh, I'm not going to get a ticket. And then what happens? Next thing you know, the trooper's pulling you over and you're getting a ticket. Except the FAA's ticket started about $1,000 a picture. So, you want to play that game? Go ahead. Play the game. If you get caught, don't cry. I would rather gain the knowledge, be able to pass that knowledge on to other people. I'm super glad. I wrote the Drones in Real Estate course that was approved by the state of Florida for real estate. It's so far I've offered it, or I haven't offered it, I've taught it in about 6 different boards of realtors. And usually the looks on people's faces when I tell them, oh, by the way, if you're hiring an uncertified pilot to take your real estate photos and something happens, you never know, something happens, you could be held liable. That's in black and white. It's in federal law. Might want to ask whoever's flying your drone photos, can I see your Part 107? Because they're supposed to have it on them. I am uber glad I was able to help somebody. That's what I get into. I love teaching people. I love sharing knowledge. This just happened to be, you know, my drone is kind of, it's something I do for my agents. I fly drone photos for them so they don't have to pay the extra money. And it's a recreational thing for me. I like to fly recreationally. I like to just like fly around and check things out. Look at the canal. How far has the water gone down? Ooh, is there any fish in the water? Yeah, you can't hunt with a drone though. That's a whole different thing. That's banned in most states, right? But flying over a lot, a customer says, hey, can you tell me anything about this lot? Hey, hold on a minute. Let me throw my drone up in the air. That's pretty cool, right? And I don't charge them any extra for that. I will if they want like photos and videos, but anyhow, get your trust certificate. It's free online. After that, if you're going to do your Part 107, the best recommendation I can give you, study, and then study some more, and then study, and go to a reputable school. I studied for 3 months before I took my test. The test is $175. It's not easy. It is not easy. I struggled. I am thanking God I passed with a 90. So And I passed on the first time because it's $175 every time you take it. You got to score at least a 70. It's 60 questions, ABC multiple choice. They're going to give you a magnifying glass, a ruler, a calculator, and about a 75 or 78 page testing supplement that goes with the book. So with the test. So all these things, a lot to take into consideration. Fly safe, folks. There's so many stupid drone pilots out there. Fly safe. It's an easy thing to do. It's an easy way to make extra money. It's an enjoyable thing to do. You know, if you get into acrobatic flying or if you get into anything like that, it's just super cool, right? And you don't have to buy a plane to do it. So, food for thought. Roy Caballo, broker owner, Caballo's Realty Referrals. If you got any other questions, if you want to know anything, by all means, reach out to me. Shoot me a text. Send me a phone call. Got questions about real estate? Be looking for my next video, because my next video will probably be something about real estate. So, that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Hope everybody has a great weekend and you are busy, busy, busy.